Hello, today I'll go over MQTT protocol using Arduino. And MQTT is a message query telemetry transport. It is the short form. So how this is working is you have some sensors data coming. Could be anything from car or some devices, some room temperature and other things. And you would like to send this to maybe your mobile device or some cloud application or your some desktop application to monitor it, and maybe you want to send message to another sensor which will open the door if it is too hot, windows or something like that, or turn the AC on. Those kind of things you can make, but in between there is an MQTT server. It will get the messages. What is the message? It's called telemetry messages. So anything telemetric, any message you are going to send. So sending is called publishing. So you publish here with some with some pattern. We will talk about it, and then later on if whoever subscribed to that pattern, you will get notified about it. So that's basically it. So what is my plan today is I have Arduino 1010, you'll see over here, which has Wi-Fi in it already. So my plan is to from here I'd like to send some message, and later on it will go back to this MQTT client. Then I will again receive on this one to turn on the light. So it is maybe not a great application, but I'll show you this capability. I can send sensor data from here, and if this guy has some actuator, I can send back, and then I can do some stuff using remotely. And let's see how MQTT works before doing that. So here is the MQTT web page. This is providing free service. Either you want to install into the somewhere, or you can use this free service that has limitation, of course. But there are Mosquito MQTT you can download to your machine and use as a server. But now I'm going to use this one. If you go to this MQTT menu and then go public MQTT broker, you will get this page, and we are going to try this one. Okay, and we will be using this information later on. Let's remember this. I'm opening this another tab over here. Let me show you. For example, this is the host, this is the port, this is your client ID. You can put any name over here. I can say Murat, this is me. So I'm client, this is my name. I'm going to connect this host free service. Okay, I connected. If you look at, there are topics here. Topics can be, you can use for example, if this test topic, this one, but if you want to have, if you have a living room, for example, and you have light, maybe and that's maybe light 1 or lights, and then you can say ceiling ones or LED ones. You can have many different names under like this. So I'm gonna use this time just test topic, and I will say this is temperature, for example, temp. So when I publish here, let me publish a temperature 80 Celsius, for example, or Fahrenheit. When I publish, you see I don't get any message because I didn't subscribe to it. So this time you may say it doesn't make sense, you are sub-publishing and you are listening, but for demonstration's sake, topic, I need to have the same name. You see on the left, I'll say temp. I subscribe to this one now, and when I say publish, now I'm getting it. You see some other data. So I get all this information because I registered it. What is happening is actually it is going back to the server, and I'm listening. I'm getting this one. If you want to try, and you can create another browser. What is that? Let me open one, Firefox. Give me a second. I opened this client over here, and I will be connecting to the same one. Connected. And what is my plan is to add topic. I'll use the same topic, temp, right? Test topic, temp, yes, subscribe. So if I send a message from here, you should be able to see in this Firefox. Let's publish some message. You see both is listening. Both are client now, so they are listening, and it is what is happening as in a picture. So I'm sending this message, publishing through here, and then there are two listeners. One of them is this one of them is this itself over here. Where is it? This one. So we are basically, that's what we are doing, but we would like to do this with using our Arduino. I'm using this now Arduino 1010, which has Wi-Fi Nina on it, and it has we will be using cable to connect and transfer our code. Later on we will move there. So I will start everything simple, basic, and step by step. You can skip some of the stuff if you know. So for now I'm just going to connect this, but let it be here. Okay. So my goal is there is an LED over here somewhere, and turn on and off this remotely. So for now let it this sit over here, and I'm gonna go to the main display. Yes. So I'm gonna use Microsoft Code. For that we need to install Platform IO. So how do you do that? You just go to the extensions, and when you say Platform IO, this and comes, you need to install. I have already installed. So what is going on when you install? You get this little ant here. So this is really great when you're working with different tools. So it is initializing here, and it says you click this open button. You see, you are following my mouse, I believe, and then I will create a new project, and it is asking me the name of the project. I will say remote light. Okay, and the board that I am using 1010, when I put Arduino MKR WiFi 1010, is this same one, right? This one, Arduino MKR WiFi 1010. So the Arduino framework, yes, I'm going to use. If you don't want to save this default location, you can save into a different location. I will be using different location at this time. Give me a second. I will be using the desktop Arduino, and here it is, this one. There's no items here. That's good. So it will take a little bit a while if your computer is a little bit slow. So we have everything here. Remote light. I have two remote lights. This is confusing a little bit. It says the same stuff there. Let me see what is going on over there. So in this case, now I figured out what's going on, because we have in MQTT 1010 default for workspace I choose. So I have remote light, there is only one, but it is showing twice, and I'm planning to do one thing. Just coming here, I'm doing this for the first time, and if I do this remove folder from workspace, I should have only one remote light, so we don't have confusion. So let's try to close everything over here, and let's look at what's going on in this code. Okay, oh, this is popping always. So this is an INE file, initialization file. It says what what device we are using, MKR WiFi 1010. This is framework Arduino. So you don't touch these things. And then we have this source main.cpp. It is basic Arduino. And if you open here, we don't have anything, any library currently, and later on we will have some more libraries. So I'm going to add some code here to make sure my code is working fine. Okay, at this time I will be using this. Firstly, I would like to open the serial.begin, and you give this baud number, so this many bits is going to be sent, and I would like to make sure it is there. The condition is if serial is not there, so keep looping. Okay, so I don't have any code, just wait in here. So when the connection is done, I'd like to print here. This is serial print line. Just make sure things are fine. So I will just say hello MQTT, but we are not there yet. And let's delay 2 seconds so we don't get so much messages. That should be done. So here is the compilation. We just hit here to compile this check mark. Default, yes, this one. I'm sorry, I choose this. So compile. This is should say success. That's done. This is uploading, so I'm going to upload it, and let's see what's happening in this device. It's uploaded, so I should see in the terminal, I click this one, serial monitor, I should see hello MQTT every 2 seconds. Looks like I am done. So this is super. So what is next? In my video, I'd like to connect to the internet and make sure I have full internet connection. So for that, I need to include a library to my remote light. So how do I do that? I go to this platform IO again and libraries, and I need to search Wi-Fi Nina. Okay, let's a little bit reduce this make it smaller, and let me close all these things, stop all these ones. So there are many Arduino Wi-Fi Nina generic. We would like to have this one, and I will add this to the project. Actually, adding project is so simple. You will see actually one line of code, but I'm going to show you how do you add like this. And let me make sure this is the correct one. Okay, this one is correct one. Wi-Fi Nina by Arduino, not the generic one. I am choosing this one. And installation, it says actually I need only one line, this line in the ini file you will see. And I will just add to the project. I need to choose the project. It is remote light. Add. And dependencies. Let's go back to our project. You will see there is only one line edit. This one, Arduino Wi-Fi Nina. And then when I go to open this one, and Wi-Fi Nina, all the necessary files are downloaded over here. This is cool. So going back to my code, I'd like to get some ready code, so I don't want to spend so much time on this. Let me open my code in a second. So this is a function to use. We will be using this, but it has a lot of missing stuff in here. Firstly, this is crying for us because we didn't include Wi-Fi Nina header. So for that, you need to include Wi-Fi Nina.h. This one, we are good. So these things are gone, but what is SSID and password? So we need to get our local Wi-Fi network for that. So for that, I'm going to create a one source file to keep all my constant variables, new file, and call this config.h. Okay, here is the config.h. This one will have everything related to my social password and everything. So I will add this at the top using namespace std, and then I will get my school network ID. Currently I'm at the school network, so give me a second. So here is the Wi-Fi credentials. So I have this one. This is the Wi-Fi name. This is the password we have. So this is cool. So my code should be happy second, but because I didn't include it, so it's not there yet. So now I will include config.h. So we should be all set. So Wi-Fi connection, we have this code is ready, and then we will be connecting it to our network. So in the setup, let's call this function connect to Wi-Fi. Done. So if let's try to read this code a little bit. If the status is not connected, we will try to connect, and then we wait half a second, then we will try to connect again, and when we are connected, this is no longer true, so it will print connected. Let's try compiling it, and then let's run it, upload it. So it's being uploaded, you see it's transferring, and let's open this terminal to see connecting to Wi-Fi. It may say a couple of times connected. Hello MQTT. This is great. We have all the connections and all of them are ready with this. I'm gonna share the code with you after this. This is great. I'm gonna stop everything over here. This is done. So next step we will be doing, let's connect to MQTT server. I just showed you this one, not this one. Let me close, not close, let it be there. So we will be connecting using this broker hi MQ and this port number, and this is WebSocket. We are not using WebSocket, so we will be using TCP. So connecting this one and broadcasting messages using the name, whatever the name we choose, this topic, we will be using some topic to broadcast it. That's cool. So anything. So for this one, let me go to the main screen, and for that, let's go back to our program, and we will go here because we need to have more libraries, which is MQTT library. MQTT, if you search MQTT search, there are many things comes, but we will choose this pub sub client Nick O'Leary, this one, and you will see the installation is actually this line we need only, but I will just add the project, and which project we are adding, remote light, and add. Done. Go back to our project, look at the ini file. Yeah, only one line added, right? This one. So if you want to see what's going on, library pub sub client, publisher and subscriber client. So we have everything ready for the library, but we don't have the code yet, right? So for the code, firstly we would like to connect to the MQTT client. For that, I'm going to just get some code copy and paste to speed up our process. And give me a second. For that, let's firstly try to create our I'm gonna use this line here, Wi-Fi client and pub sub client. You see this is giving us a headache. Why? Because I didn't include pub sub client.h. And if you are not familiar with all those stuff, you need to be a little bit paying more attention to the examples and all of them, what to include, what not to include, all of them. There are really nice codes, helpful stuff over here. So I will go to the main CPP again and just include this one. This should go away. Nice. So I need a function which is called, the name is, we name it reconnect. The name is reconnect to MQTT client. But it is at this time it's giving us a problem with the client name. We will do all of them. We will add to the config.h in a second. So let's try to read this code. This is our client object. If it is not connected, we will print attempting to MQTT connection, and we will try to connect to the client name. I will show you. If it is connected, connected. Otherwise, we will try in 5 seconds and print the state, and then try all the time. This one. Let's try what is client name. Let's try to figure out that one. So client name, and let's go to the config.h. I'm gonna copy and paste some piece of MQTT settings over here. This is ID. You can put something different every because we are going to actually combine this with our client name. So we have unique client name, which was we already used. If you remember here, it is just unique name. You need to have your own name. Each device has its own name. So I have this one, remote light client, and this is our broker Hive MQ. Where did we get this name? You already know this one, broker Hive MQ. We will be using this port number. Even we can make the port number also constant. So let's go back to here and make here a port number constant, int TCP port, all capital. Cool. Well, not like that, of course. Equal to, and this is our port number. We will be using it. So going back to the code again, now client name is good, but before calling this, we have one more step. We will be using this another function we are going to add, which will we will be calling this function after connecting to the Wi-Fi. So let me call this function when we have the internet. So what it is going to set server broker string. What is that? This one, this address, and the next parameter we will be adding TCP port number. Okay, so if you hold the control key and click, it will say everything to you. It should be all right. So going back to here, let me close, and let's try, are we going to get connected to the remote client? Okay, this MQTT server. Let's compile first. Done. Success, as you see. Let me move this guy a little bit to the right and upload to the Arduino. You will see this orange light in a second. So it is success. Serial monitor we opened. Let's see, connecting to Wi-Fi. Done. And also the MQTT server we connected. This is cool. Now, so what is left? We need to send some messages, and let's send some messages, and let's start to observe. We are going to get here those messages. Okay, and we can use anything here. Test topic temp. This is okay. We can use this one. Like this is temperature. So we will be using this one. Let's use it. Let me open some more code for that. So not to let's send our first telemetry. Okay. So let's go to the main function over here. So let's go to the loop over here. So in the loop, this is running all the time. As you see, the MQTT is printed all the time. Let me close this so we have more space. And what is my plan is to we firstly call reconnect, because this connection drops very frequently. So we would like to reconnect if we disconnected. Another thing is we need to be doing this client, which is MQTT client. We have to call this loop function. This is necessary for doing its own stuff. So what is the client? Client is this guy. So that is just the first thing we will be doing. So we would like to send some messages, right? For that, look at it is how simple it is. Client, and when we put client, of course, dot, there are many messages, but publish, right? We will be using. So we need to first in the publish, what is the topic, telemetry topic we will be using. So I am going to add one more parameter to config.h. So the topic we are going to use, let's look at this, test topic temp, right? We will be using. So I'm going to go back and make this test topic temp. There we go. So let's go to the CPP file and it's asking that topic, which is client telemetry topic. That's it, and we'll pass this, but it wants to have in C string format, so we will call this function. And second parameter on the publish, it's asking what is the message you are going to send. Let's create a message over here, the telemetry message. So as a string for this one, let's call the name also telemetry, and let's make it this one hello from Arduino, okay, Wi-Fi 1010. Of course there's maker also. Okay, this is the message we are going to send, and so it is the message here, telemetry. Again, we convert into the C string. That's it, done. So publish function should be happy now. So I'm going to compile again. Done, and I'm going to upload this. You will see in a second this light is blinking, so we transfer success, as you see. Let's go back to here, and then I'm gonna see firstly connected to Wi-Fi, cool, MQTT connected. So each time this turns hello MQTT, we are actually publishing it. Let's go and look at here. Oh, hello Arduino Maker Wi-Fi 1010 is coming, because we are broadcasting and this guy is listening as a subscriber. And look at this, we get this one also. So whoever subscribes, they got this message. This is cool. So let's go back to, let's try to do the second part. So currently what we are doing is we are sending to the cloud, and we are printing on the cloud this web client. That's good. But I would like to listen also at the same time from Arduino, because some maybe there are actuators, so we will be listening that message. So for now, let's try to have the listening part of Arduino. So let's close these things and go back to here and move to the next subject, which is we would like to do this. We would like to send some message. For this time, I'm gonna send a message from here, maybe not like this, some meaningful message like turn on light. Okay, turn on light, or LED. Light lets you use. So we have here one LED on the corner, this orange. We will turn on. What's this happening? Actually, we are gonna say turn on, and we will listen. If turn on message comes, we will turn on the light. Okay, so that's our thing. But we don't have listening part now. Only these guys are listening, but we would like to have we would like to listen ourselves. So we need to have client callback function for that. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste the client callback function, and we will study that code a little bit. So I'm gonna add on top of reconnect, because in C++ everything is top down. If I put down here, it will be a problem, so be careful about it. So client callback function is here. So what is happening? It takes it has 3 parameters, but we don't care the topic yet, because we'd like to listen. We are going to listen the message that we are sending, the payload, the message, this turn on light. That's the one we are going to send. That will be our payload. We would like to get that one, and this is the length of that message. So for that, first we create this buffer, which is char, and for loop till the length, and this is unsigned integer, so we are putting it this buffer, and we add 1 plus here, so we will have the null at this delimiter. So what we do is actually we put this buffer into the message. So later on I will test this turn on light. Currently this is turn on light. Let's move this to the turn on light. So if it is turn on light, I will turn the light high, which is digital write. It will blink turn on the LED, and otherwise any other message, it will turn things low. Currently what we are doing is we are just sending turn on light, this publish. So let me do this, and after sending that message, I'm gonna say here turn on message sent. Okay, we wait 2 seconds and I will publish another message. Let me get everything over here. So what is the other one's turn off message I'm gonna send? Actually, whatever the message I sent doesn't matter because I said if else right over here. So I'm gonna send this turn off light and turn off message sent, and we will wait 2 seconds for that too. But currently we didn't add anything. We have this great client callback, but who is going to we didn't say this is the callback function. For that I need to come after connecting this one. I will just come here, client dot subscribe. First we would like to subscribe, we would like to listen. So we have the telemetry topic, right? This one. We will be listening this topic. We would like to subscribe it. This is done. So we subscribe to this. Oops, I forgot parentheses. So we subscribe to this telemetry topic. This is cool. But I didn't set the callback function. So I will go back to this one and I will say to client dot set callback, and this time I'm gonna give the callback function name this client callback. This is the function. It will be called when the new message comes. So that's it so far. We don't need to do anything else, but only one more thing here for the pin mode, and we will have this LED built in, which is 6 actually for this Arduino. This is for output pin. For the pin 6 we will make the output. So later on when we get the message, we will make this LED built in high or low. So let's go back to our code. Let's compile. Done, and upload. Transfer, done. So let's go back to our terminal, and you will see in a second turn on message sent, turn off message sent, and you should see the light. We should see the light on and off over here. If you see, let me try to bring it a little bit here. On and off, it is becoming on and off. And if you want to make sure, here is off light, on light. We are sending message because these clients are listening also, and this guy also listening. Same topic test, topic temp. We are not sending anything over here, but if you want, we can send the turn on light or off light here also. But currently this is gonna happen all the time. On and off is going to be sent over here every 2 seconds. That is the major thing we have seen so far. We are sending, publishing, and receiving. So if you want, we can also create what is that, a client application like Java using the Eclipse. We can create some application, or Python, to do the same thing for this turn on and off, and also listen if we are going to send some telemetry message. And I'm gonna go that. If you are interested in, just bear with me for a second and we will move that. So at this time I'm gonna stop this. So we no longer should get, oh, okay, it is still sending even though I close, because the Arduino is connected. It is doing own stuff. Turn on and off, it's running. So for that one I'm going to use Eclipse. Where's my Eclipse? Here we go. So Eclipse is on, getting back. For that, give me a second for the Eclipse. Let me create a new project. Let's do this together. Let me close everything else. So create new project. No, not like that. I'm sorry. File, new, other, and we are going to create a Maven project. Okay, Maven project. This one. Next, and create a simple one. We check this one. We don't want to have so complex things. Next, and you can put any name, LED control, and let's say this is LED client. So I'm gonna use this underscore so things will float up at the top. Okay, one more underscore. So finish. So LED client is here. We have this POM file. We don't have anything. For that we will be using PAHO library. Okay, but before that, let's try to create just hello world Java application. So class I'm gonna create, and this name is remote control. Here is the class we have, and let's add a main method here, system out, come on, out, and say hello world, hello Arduino MQTT. So I will just run this. So it's working, everything is awesome. So next thing is I'd like to add this PAHO to our let me go ahead and then open this for you. This Eclipse PAHO client, let's try to use the latest one. For this we need to include this into the dependencies tab. So here it is. I'm gonna copy this, go back to this XML. This XML is very similar to our ini file over here. Okay, whatever the library we include, it automatically downloads, right? For us, I didn't download anything, it does for us. It is the same mental model this POM will be bringing. So, but only thing is, this is a little bit, using XML structure, a bit complex. The one tag is we are missing is dependencies. This one. So, not dependency management. Dependencies. This one. Hit enter and put the dependencies in between this. So I will format it. Control Shift F. So this is our dependency. So if we go back to our, if you look at here, we don't have that library yet, only Java runtime library there. So if I save this and go over the project and right click and go to the Maven and update project, if I click this one, and this is it, okay, you will see Maven dependency is being downloaded automatically. This library, I got it, so this is cool. So we get that one. That's super. So what I need to do is, next thing is I will be writing some code for this one, and I'm gonna just show you, make the life a little bit faster. So we have these two parameters at the top. One of them is MQTT client and string client ID, and this is constructor, we set it, but of course this is crying us because I didn't include import the necessary things. Control space should be helping me. It is this one. There we go. Super. I'm gonna put here star because we need more stuff, and this client ID is already set, and we have one publish function. I'm gonna just open this publish function and put over here. So let's read some of the information over here. So for the client, this is MQTT client, we are using same broker, but you put over here port number directly. If you, I believe you still remember this information we are getting here. Hive MQ, and that's it. So client ID, generate client ID, this is just random ID. You can, if you want, put your name over here. So this is nothing but one of these IDs, and then over here we generated another ID, if you remember. that one ID and remote light client. So we edit this one. So going back to here, let's see what's happening. We created, if it is null, we create it. If it is not connected, we connect. So set payload, let's do this. Go back to our code, and what was the payload? We would like to turn on light, right? So I'm going to move this little bit here so I can switch in between. So this is there. Let me also little bit do this. Move to the side. So I want to send this message. Turn on light. Okay, set bytes, and of course I don't need this. So it will turn on the light, and I will publish to which, where do I publish? This is the name test topic. So this one, temp, right? Because Eclipse, and Arduino is listening that topic. Config test topic, this one. We are subscribing to that topic already. Where is it? Okay, here we subscribe to that topic, so we are listening at the same time. But what I'm going to do is I would like to get rid of this publish and all of them, so Arduino is not going to send anything to itself. Okay, this part I'm going to comment out, save. So Arduino will be only in listening mode. Let's do this before forgetting. So this compilation should be successful, and let's upload it. Nice, we uploaded successfully. And oops, sorry, I'd like to go to here, and we will see connecting Wi-Fi, MQTT connected, and we don't see any text because we don't print anything yet now. And you should see this is stopped in this minute, so we are not gonna get any other new messages. It is 426, 427, we don't get anything. This is cool because we would like to send it through this published message. Some other messages we need to do. We'd like to create other method, disconnect method over here. So the client disconnect, and if there's an exception, we will catch it. So in the main, what I'm going to do is I'd like to create an instance of this. Okay, remote control, remote control, and for this one, MQTT equaled new remote control. We don't have anything, and what we do, MQTT just publish. Where is publish message? So it will just send this turn on light message, but this will be sent only once, and we might want to send this several times because sometimes the message can get lost. Okay, so let's try to run this, and please observe a couple of things. You should see turn on light on the left, new message will come, and also you will see in the Arduino the light should come on. Okay, so I will just run this. We sent 3 messages, 28, and the light is on. Did you see that? This is cool. So we were able to send, but if you look at message received, turn on light, 3 times we get it. So if we can do something like this, let's try to do a little bit different thing. So for the payload, if you look at this message, we have this payload. I'm gonna send whatever the message we want to send, string. I will say command. Okay, this command will be over here, get bytes. So this command will be what? Turn on light, if I remember correctly, right? Turn on light. So we will be sending this through. Let me make sure, but the light is on, so we cannot test that one, right? So I would like to send some different. Turn off light first. Let's see, it's gonna work. The light is off. This is cool. I can send on and run. Look at the LED is on. Super. So I can do this in a while loop. I will say true, and it will send on and off. This is done. And in Java, are we using wait or sleep, right? Sleep. Oh no, it wasn't that sleep. Let me search. Where is our browser? Java sleep or wait. Let's see. We will be using sleep as far as I know. So we will be using thread sleep, sorry. So I'm going to go back to here, thread sleep. So it says some of the libraries is not included. Throws declaration, that's it, throw. So we will sleep let's say 2 seconds, and then we will send turn off message, and then we will sleep 2 seconds, and so the light will be turned on and off. Unreachable code because of this, right? That's right. So let's remove this, save, and I'm gonna run this. So message published and the message published off and on we should be seeing, and then you will see turning on and off through our application. So did you notice what we have done? This is great. So I am sending through Arduino. I'm sorry, not now. I am sending from my application to Arduino some messages, and I'm turning on and off on this remote device. But this Arduino can have some, I can have some moisture sensor, light sensor, air quality sensor, or all movement or anything. So I can send this message. I can have network of these kind of tools sending me messages to here, and then I'll subscribe and listen, and I can send I can store those messages if it is temperature. I can store it if it is going I can find the outliers or something like that. So do some analysis, because these Arduinos are not so much powerful, or these kind of IoT devices. So I can do and some data analytics and other things, and then make my decision and send back to these devices to do its own stuff. I know this took a while, but I believe this is going to help. I'm going to share the code with you after this video, and hope you enjoyed it and you learned good stuff. That's all from me. Have a good one.